Hello, scale modelers. Alright, so I know this is a little bit late, but since the issue 57 for the X-Wing build here has gone up, I've actually gone back to work. So that's the reason why issue 58 is coming a little bit late. Alright, so there we go. We got the one article, Creating a Starship Fleet, Concept Work in Solo, a Star Wars Story. And then, of course, you have Starfighter Aces Han Solo right there. That's the other major article. And this is going to be a pretty long build, because we are doing the majority of the framework and whatnot. And this is 29 steps. Yowza. Okay. Alright, and we got all of our parts right here. Alright. Okay, nothing left in the baggie. Okay, we got XW04, XW03, and XW02, and of course the 5s. Right there. We got our wire extension for the cannon. We got the screw hole covers, which, just like with the other 3 wings, I'm not putting these in yet, just in case I do some, you know, like extra wiring or lighting in the wing. So I'm not putting them in yet. Okay, so upper port engine mount. This issue's components include 2 additional frames for the upper port wing, plus the cover for the underside of the wing root. You also have a cable that will be used to power the laser cannon, plus 4 sorts of screw and plugs to conceal the external holes in the paneling. Alrighty, well, yeah, we kinda knew that. Alright. Just moving the light there so that way it wasn't so shiny off of here. Alright, so over there we got assembling the wing. Alright, fit the 2 additional frames that strengthen the wing, then add the sublight engine from stage 57 and the wiring for the wing tip laser cannon. Alright. So, I already have the wing right here. So we are going to put that piece of framework just on right there. And then we're going to take the other piece of framework and we are going to put that on right there like that. And then that brings us to step 6, which we start using the XW02 screws. That's the 4. That's the 2 right there. Alrighty. Alright, just move this out of the way a little bit so that way I can take care of getting them screws out of the baggie. Okay, so first 2 screws are going into these 2 holes right here. Alright. That's the first one. The second one, and we turn the page. And then put two more of the XW02s right in those two holes. Alright. And then we start using the 04 screws. Okay. Alright. And okay, first two are going into these two holes right here. Alright. And then step 9 followed by 3 more. So the next 3 04 screws go into the top 3 holes here. Now, this is just like the first wing that we built. And my screwdriver is trying to round off right now, because this is not the screwdriver I usually use. So, and I really do not know where it went. And I can't use the X-Wing screwdriver because that had already started rounding off a while ago. So, otherwise, you know, I'd have to go downstairs and get one of those screwdrivers from down there, possibly. I'm probably gonna have to, because yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to because the screwdriver doesn't want to work. Alright, well, excuse me really quick so I can just go grab another screwdriver. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that delay. But, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, that one's in. No, this one, I can't tell if it was going into the right hole or not. Well, shouldn't say the right hole, but couldn't tell if it was going into the hole straight or not. Seemed to have been going in on an angle. It's less of an angle now. So, alright. Okay, and then we start using some XW03 screws. Let's set that down off to the side. Alright. Alright, and then we got XW03 that's going right up here. Alright, that's in nice and tight. And then we have XW05 screws that we're using. Strange, we only used one XW03, and there was 3 screws in the bag. But obviously we're going to be putting the, or fixing the sublight into place, so oh, I just noticed that screw's not in all the way. Alright, and then 4 XW05 screws. Alright, put that one in there. Gonna put this one here. And then I'll put the other 2 in. Alright, and then I'll fix this one right up here. That should be good now. Alright. So then, it's just taking care of my extra screws here. Alright, so after that, we put in the wiring. And just like with the previous wings, I do like to straighten the wire out as much as I possibly can before I put it in. It just helps out a bit. That side. All right. Okay, so we are just going to take this part right here and we're just going to push it into place right there just for the moment. And we gotta try to get these wires around the little spots where it's gotta go. And hopefully they might stay in place, which, yeah, that hasn't quite been the case. Because they keep liking to pop out. Even though there's guides on here. Alright. And then of course we move the wire down and try to get it down there as much as possible. And then we gotta push this behind this pin. Come on, straighten out, wire. Straighten out. You know, sometimes this can just be a bit of a pain. Come on. There we go. Alright, there's behind the first one. Come on. Straighten out. Straighten out. There we go. Alright, let me get it, the wires up in here. Or wire. behind this one. Just like that. And then this wire is going to go into this first slot right here. Of course, making sure that the wire is straight will definitely help. Come on. Work with me, wire. I don't need you to keep bending. For a second there, it seemed like it was going in beautifully, and then there we go. Alright, just a little bit of a pain in the rear. Just a little bit. Okay, and doing all that wiring started on step 12, and now we are on step 19, where we're going to be fixing the sublight into place. Alright, and then here we are from here, and then we just take this wire and we put it down through that slot right there, and then you got a pin right there to go into that hole, and obviously the other one is going to be for a screw. And what size screw are we using here? We are using an XW02. Alright, so that just goes into that hole right there. Sure that it's incorrectly. Okay. And that is now fixed in place. So all we have to do is take care of the wiring for this one. So, yep, we're back at it again. Alright. It doesn't tell us to put it past, no, good. Alright. Just double checking, because, you know, there was always the possibility it might have said, hey, put it behind that one first. I mean, heck, at least this wiring, while you're securing, there's not as much to do, seeing as obviously the wire is shorter and it's actually closer to the base of the wing. So, alright, there's that. And then this one just goes in that one right there. Like that. Okay. Alright, now it looks like we're putting the cover in place. Alright, which you got the cover here. And this one can only go on one way, and that's going to be the hole for where the wiring is right there. Alrighty, and these are going to be using XW02 screws. seems like we have a bit more XW02 screws and XW03 screws this time around that we normally would have. Okay, there's the first one in. Oh, yeah, and another reason why I'm not putting these covers in is just in case there's any more wiring that has to go in. I know the two lower wings where the landing gear are going to be going, no way of knowing if that's going to be electronically up raised or lowered. So that's another reason why I'm not putting the screw hole covers in yet either. You know, I think... Yep. Where did I miss that step? Because apparently it was... okay, yeah. So I didn't miss it. I just happened to overlook a step here for 2 more screws. So I just happened to realize this. Okay, so we don't actually have any leftover XW02 screws. Now this is one of the screwdrivers I've been using for my DeLorean build downstairs. Unless it's the one from up here, but I don't remember bringing it down. So I guess we'll just leave it up here. I mean, I brought it, if I did bring it down, it's because I couldn't find the one or the 2 I was using downstairs at all. Alright, so, took care of fixing that extra screw issue. Alright, and it looks like we are all done with issue 58. Well, there we go. So obviously in the next steps we're going to be building all the other, the main drive engines, and issue 62 is probably going to be the finishing off where you're screwing the cannon in place and then putting the skin in, or skin on there. So I believe that's how the first wing went when we got to that point in time, is basically you got the skin all by itself, and then you screwed the cannon in place and then just put the skin on top of it. I don't know, it's definitely been a while since that first wing. I mean, we're talking about a year? Probably about a year ago now? So, alright, so that is El Dunaroonie. Okay, and flip to the front of the magazine, and coming in issue 59, solo concept work, the TIE Brute, Poe Dameron fighting the Cold War, and upper port engine plus engine casing and details. Alrighty, so there we are. Okay, so until next week with issue 59, thanks for watching Brian's Builds.